What's good, boys? Zach back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be speed running a branded dropshipping store from $0 to its first sale. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be doing product research, because obviously we need to find a product. The next thing we'll be doing is making our foundational documents and then understanding who exactly we are selling to. The next thing we'll be going over is making the store, editing up the RIP creatives, because we do use RIPs to launch for testing, and then setting up the meta campaign for testing. So obviously first thing we have to do is come over here to Callow Data. So if you guys don't already know what Callow Data is, it is basically the best tool for finding products right now. So basically what it does is it takes all the top products that are on TikTok Shop and are trending now on TikTok Shop and basically gives it to them. I'll just go in here real quick and you guys can kind of see what it is. So basically all these products are just TikTok Shop products that are trending right now. And the great thing about this is that it gives you how much revenue it's done in the time frame that you select. So last 30 days, this product has done 5.8 million, and then also it gives you UGC that you can use to test with. As you guys can see, if I play this video, it's just a really raw, authentic UGC review.
When I Medicube made a mistake, like, this is actually insane. I'm a little concerned. This is 228.
So you guys kind of get the gist, but basically just takes all the best TikTok Shop products and then just puts them in one place. But obviously we don't want to take anything from like these top couple pages, because if it's done over $1 million in revenue, you guys have to think to yourself, somebody's already probably tested this product, somebody's probably already ran this product or currently scaling it up. You want to be looking in a little bit lower rep. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a couple filters real quick. I'm going to do 7 days. I'm going to make sure that it's video content, because we need to make sure that we're sourcing from video. And I'm going to do 30% growth rate to make sure that it's trending up. Now we're just going to scroll through a couple of these products and look for one that I want to test. So obviously this first page, I've seen a bunch of these. They've all been around for a while. So I'm just going to pass up on a lot of these. See what they got here. Comfort you can't like run any like big brands, so make sure you guys stay away from brands like Shark, Comfort, Medicube, brands like that. Just stay away, because they will DMCA you and they will sue you. So just stay away from really massive brands. Same thing with Goalie, stay away from that. This was a really good product. This was a really good Q4 winner. Keep on scrolling through. Another really good Q4 winner. That was another good product. None of those are really interesting me. Heated mattress. Let me click into this. It looks like it would be super heavy.
Where you can kind of see this. So just put it to bed, and then over there is another controller to control.
Yeah, see, like with this, like, yes, it's a good product. Like I can tell that it already solves like a seasonal problem, but I can just tell that this would be way too expensive to ship. So I'm just gonna stay away from that and keep on going through here. All these just kind of mid. Don't like any of those. No, I wouldn't run that. This was a really good product, just way too ran through by now. Pillows, not gonna run that. What's this? Herd Mentality. Let me click into this. Looks like a card game. These card games normally do pretty well, so I'll kind of look into this a little bit. 180 time frame. All right, just recently launched. This is something that we look for. Let me go check out the ads to make sure that the ads are good. Let me see the rev on the ads. Around 70K for, damn, really good rev per mil, 50K, almost 1 million views. Yeah, ads are looking pretty good as far as rev to view ratio.
Do you have a large family?
Let me just listen to one real quick.
That loves to play games over the holiday season? If so, listen. My family is obsessed with Herd Mentality. We had 14 be any expert at a musical one it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority. So you're going to get a prompt. If you could be any expert at a musical instrument, which would you choose? I was sent to 8 points wins, but you can't win.
Yeah, this product actually looks pretty good. Let me see if anybody's running it on ads library. That'll always be the next thing that I do, is look it up on Facebook's ads library just to see if anybody is currently running it. Because obviously we don't want to test a product that 1 million people are already running. So 28 results. We got this one person's running, it looks like. What are they running? That ad's not from the RIP. So
which hooks everyone playing right away.
Again, that ad's not from the Ripped.
What is the heaviest?
Always fun to hear everyone's answers.
Alright, seems like they're doing good with UGC right now. When did these guys launch? Launched on the 27th and is currently the 5th, so they're still running ads. Actually, I think this might be the main, yeah, Big Potato. Also, it's the main brand that's running these, so that's fine. Let me see if there's any other comp besides the main brand. So we got them, all right, let's see.
You see if you really know.
All right, let's see what kind of store these guys are running. All right, these guys are running a general store, right? So if you ever see a brand like this, like a general store like this doesn't count as competition. These are just like the scammy Chinese stores. Those don't actually count as comp. All right, we see one more here, but it's an inactive ad. Again, same thing, scammy store. Not going to affect us. We're not going to count those guys as competition. Looks like we have another one right here. Again, if I go to home, you can tell another spammy general store. Let's come down here. It's this one. Same thing. Just seeing a lot of the general stores and then just that one competition, which was the main brand. So let me click into the main brand and just see what they have. All right. Herd mentality. Really good product images, so I can already tell I can probably take some of these. The website looks decent, but they have barely, the thing is they have barely launched any ads. Whoops, let me just look up their name in here. That's another thing that you can do, is just look up their brand name in here. Whoops, let me just click on them and then just see like what other ads they've been running, or if it's just been these. Because they've only launched, what was it, 29 ads. They've been running for a lot longer, so this product's low-key been doing good for a while. So that actually gives me a lot of confidence in this product, just because they've been running it since the 19th. Obviously, it is the main brand, and they're doing really good on TikTok Shop as well. But I mean, they wouldn't be running meta ads for this long if they weren't profitable. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the website and put it into SimilarWeb. So let me pull that onto this main screen. Take in the SimilarWeb and just see how much traffic these guys are getting. So we'll just do the last month, what they did in October. 60,000 website visitors, and then this month so far, 62 website visitors. So they are getting a decent amount of traffic, and it looks like they are kind of scaling up a little bit. So obviously, like, their ads are performing well and they're getting a lot of website traffic. So that's something good that like we're looking for. Also, what I am using for SimilarWeb is just this tool called Luxury Tools. It basically has a bunch of different tools in here, like SimilarWeb, Calidata, Winning Hunter, ChatGPT, Native OS, Sora, HeyGen, Hakesville. Like, they literally have anything, all for $24 a month. And like, as you guys can see, if you paid for all these subscriptions, you'd be paying 3,500 plus. So like, this is a really good tool. I'll leave it down in the description if you guys do want to use it. Highly recommend it. Saves you a lot of money from paying for subscriptions from other apps. But yeah, so we can see that there's a ton of traffic coming to this brand right now, but not too much where it's something where we couldn't come in and compete with. But yeah, this is a product that I think I'm going to want to launch. All right, so step one, product research. We found our product, right? It's recently trending up on the graph, so we can tell that there's a lot of demand for it. We checked the main brand's website. Obviously, again, a lot of demand. We also checked the ads library. No comp really, besides just the main brand who's running it. So this is something that I want to run. And obviously, like, it'd be good for the season we are in now. Like, a lot of families are gathering right now, play some card games. And obviously, card games is something that like you can play like year round with your family and friends. So this is something that I would actually run. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is start building out our foundational documents and really understand who we are selling to. So we're going to do these through two ways. One, the starting docs that I'm about to go over right now. And then two, we're going to go look at the Amazon reviews to see what people are saying about this product. So first, we're going to make our foundational document. So you are going to need ChatGPT for this. So I'll just pop open a new chat in ChatGPT. And then we will just come up here, and then you're going to want to copy and paste this full text and then put it into here. So we'll do insert product. Just come over here, grab herd mentality board game. Paste that in. Audience. So what I'm kind of thinking for audience is that we'd probably be selling like moms that want to get their family off the screens and to spend time together. We'll do something like that. Like, that's super broad, but we'll just come over here. You are going to want to get Goal Full Page. I'm pretty sure it's free. I don't really know if I pay for it or not. I'm pretty sure it's free. But you just basically can like take a screenshot of their entire page, download this image. And if you guys do want these starting documents, it is in my free Discord. That'll be second link in the description. So basically, I come back here, and then we are going to throw in the screenshot. So boom, just upload the screenshot. You're going to send it out to ChatGPT. It's just going to do all the sales page review. And while it's doing all of that, we're going to come over here, grab this, and then also you guys are going to want to grab these two research docs. You guys are going to want to download them because we're going to need that for the next step. So as that just loads, we're going to paste this in, and then you're going to want to go here and then grab those research docs. So now it's just spitting out a bunch of things about the website, what you can improve and what is good. So we'll just kind of like look through some of this. Hero section, what's wrong? Title is too small and generic. No emotional benefit, no urgency, no CTA above the fold. How to play section is wrong. So obviously that's going to be a very important part that we're going to want to put on our website, how to actually play the game. So we're going to make sure like we make that better. And then basically this entire thing is just going to be giving you what's good with their website and what's wrong with their website. So you can take the good parts that are already on their website, use it on their own, and then the bad parts with their website, and then improve on those and make them better. So then you have a really, really good website. So I'm going to just let this finish off cooking. Then I'll hop back in with you boys in a second. All right, now that they got all of that done and we got our research docs in here, we're just going to send that out. So it kind of understands what it's going to be doing for the deep research that we're about to put it through. Next, just grab this deep research prompt, come back in here, paste it in. We're going to go back up here, grab the name of the product so we can paste it back in down here, paste that in right here. All right, so we sent that out into deep research mode, and basically what it gave us is a couple questions that we were going to have to answer. So for the first one, what's your primary goal with this research? Improve website conversion, new angle. What I just put here is this is for my D2C ecom brand. I want you to help me find the best angles to take with this product and the best audience to sell to. Now for 2, are you only interested in the herd mentality game, or should we include competitor games as well? I'm just gonna put yes, I'm interested in the herd mentality game, but also look at other games and what they are doing well and things can take from them to make my ads and copywriting better. All right, now for 3, would you like to prioritize any specific audience? Moms, families with teens, educators, party. Yeah, let's do moms. Definitely families with teens, because you're gonna want to get them off their phone. I know that's like a big struggle that a lot of parents have. And then yeah, we'll just do party game fans. So boom, that's what we'll do for 2. Now for 4, any particular source you want to emphasize? Amazon reviews, Reddit threads, parenting forums, YouTube reviews. I'm just gonna put all for that, because all of those are good. All of those I want them to find. Number 5, should we focus on solely English speaking markets or include deep research on any markets too? Just do the USA. Whoops, USA. All right, boom. So now we wrote all that out. We're gonna send that out, and then normally this will take around like 5 to 15 minutes depending on your product and depending on how long it's gonna take to research it. But in the time being, we're gonna come over here to Amazon, and then we're just gonna look up the game, and then we're gonna read some of these reviews and what most people are saying. So we found it right here. Now let's just go to the reviews real quick and just see what people are saying about this product. All right, now we're in reviews. Now let's read through some of these. This game is easy to learn, a lot of fun, very portable. So very portable. So what I'm going to come and do is I'm just going to make an Amazon review. Bought this game for our big family Thanksgiving. It was super fun. All it is just had a lot of fun. So bought this game for family Thanksgiving. So we can just like take that. So like, all right, you could use it for Christmas. We'll put that in there. Let's go through some more of these. This is a really fun family game. Everyone had a great time. Works really, not really deep desire, deep anything I'm seeing in that. I'm honestly surprised with how much my family loves herd mentality. Utterly funny board game. I originally bought it thinking it'd be for older kids, but quickly become our go-to family game. All right, so we'll just like, we'll take this. So we'll take this part because they thought it'd be for older people, but then they realized, all right, you can play with like the kids too. So this could be something like you can get the whole family involved in and not just the older people. Everyone gets involved. Even my 5-year-old who doesn't know how to write yet can play this game without issues. That's another thing I'm going to put, without issues. So we're going to put that in here. I'm gonna go through a couple more of these, get them in the doc, and then I'll catch back up with you boys in a second. So I'm gonna pop back in real quick. I read through a decent amount of reviews, and what a lot of people are saying, like, it's good for like the entire family to play and everybody can play with it. So it's good for all ages. That's something that we're really going to focus on with our copy. That's really good for all ages. Family laughed like crazy. That's another good one. Lots of fun. Bought this for a gift basket for family fun night. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I used to have a family fun night with my family back in the day, but that was a while ago. I kind of forget like some of the stuff like you did as a kid. That's why it's really good to like read these reviews, because like maybe you're thinking, oh, I probably won't play this with my friend. But again, you are not the customer, right? These guys are the customers, so make sure to read all these. I'm gonna go through a few more pages and just kind of understand exactly why everybody's buying it. I kind of have a good idea. I'm gonna go through a few more of these pages, really understand why my customers are buying this product. And then after that, let's see how far. We're still waiting on our ChatGPT prompt. So I'm just gonna go through a few more of these reviews, and then I'll catch back up with you boys once the ChatGPT prompt is done. All right, cool. It just got done finished. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy all of this text that we have right here. All of that good research I just put in, and we're just going to place it in a separate doc. We'll just title it Herd Mentality research doc. Boom, now we got our research doc done. Come back over here. Now we're going to do the avatar doc. So just copy that, come back over here. Gonna paste it in right here, and then make sure you guys download this avatar doc that I have for you guys in here. And then we're just gonna upload it. All right, we just uploaded it here. Now we're just gonna send that out. And then while that's cooking, I'm just gonna make the avatar doc real quick. All right, doc's made. Now we'll come back over here, grab all this. You guys can kind of see like what it's giving us already. Like the demographic that it wants us to target is like 32 to 55, 80% female. So obviously moms, and then 50% dads. So we obviously see like our main targeting will be towards moms. It gives you like where kind of like their household income, goals, everything like that. So we'll just come over here, copy all this up. Once it's done, it's almost done. We'll just take all that, copy that up, put it into this, and then we're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be the offer. Obviously take this, make sure to download that, come back over here, same process, paste it in, grab your offer doc, and then we're going to send that out, and then we're going to make the other Google Doc as well. And here it kind of gives you different things, so like potential product names, obviously herd mentality, the herd game, think like the herd, level of consciousness. Audience knows they want more family connection but does not know the solution. So then obviously we can bring our product as the solution. Level of awareness, problem, solution aware. They know I want to connect with my family, get my kids off the screens, but they don't know the specific game that will solve this. Market level sophistication 2. There are many family games out there. We must differentiate on emotional benefits of connection over gameplay, ease of use, laugh out loud moments, works for teens angle, gets kids off a screen naturally. So all those are looking really good. So we're just going to come in here, obviously copy all of this and then paste it back into this doc. And the last thing we're going to do is the necessary belief stocks. If you guys just open this, click into my belief stock, you can basically just copy all of this. First prompt, for the first prompt, we're just going to paste it in and just send it out. And when you send that out, you're going to want to come over here in those 3 docs that we just made. You're going to want to go in and then download them as a PDF. All right, now that you downloaded all those as a PDF, you're just going to come in here, take this prompt 2, slide back over here to ChatGPT, paste that in, and then upload the other 3 docs that you just downloaded. You're just going to send those out, and it's going to give you all the 6 core beliefs that they must hold. So we're going to make that final doc for the 6 core beliefs, and then I'll get back with everything. All right, now let's read through some of these beliefs. I believe that my family can reconnect and actually enjoy time together without screens getting in the way. I believe the real problem isn't my kids. It's just that we haven't had the right activity that works for everybody. So yeah, some of these are looking pretty good. So we'll just copy all of this and then boom, put it into a doc. Okay, boom. And then make sure you guys save this one as a PDF as well. All right, now that we have all of our docs in here, so now we got all the prompting done. We understand our customer more because we did the Amazon research, and now we have all of our docs, so we understand our customer pretty well. Now it's time to go into making the store. So pop back over here. Now we have this part done. Foundational docs and understanding who we're selling to, done. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is obviously set up our Shopify. So I'm gonna go do that right now. I'm not gonna give you guys like the brand name or anything like that. I'm obviously gonna show you like obviously the product I'm running, the ads I'm running, and like what my website looks like, but just to make sure everything stays safe, I'm gonna keep the brand name out of it. All right, so obviously the first thing that you guys have to do is like make sure you set up your Shopify payments, you set up your shipping and delivery, you buy your domain, and you get your policy. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick because I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. You don't really need like a step-by-step guide on this. So I'm just gonna fill all this shit out real quick, and then we can get into the store creation. Okay, I'm turning this back on right here because I do feel like this is kind of important. I feel like a lot of people do kind of mess this part up. But what you want to do is just come in here and add a custom rate. You can just label it like free shipping, something like that. Just click done, and then boom, you have your shipping all set up. And then if you are going to ship internationally as well, obviously set up free shipping on international orders as well, like that. And save that. All right, now it's time to add the products. Obviously, just click add product. I'm just going to name it just Herds Mentality for now. So we'll just place that into there. And then we'll come back over here and then kind of look through these Callow images to see how good they are. Some of them look pretty good. And then like also you can go to Amazon and then get images off of here as well. The images on Amazon look relatively the same, so we'll just come back here and we'll just grab this. We're gonna have to make some edits to some of these images. All right, now that we got all the images, I'm just gonna upload them into here. And for this image, I don't really like how it says over 12 million views on TikTok, so we're just gonna get rid of that in ChatGPT. I'm just gonna put, can you take off the over 12 million views on TikTok. Then we'll just upload the image that we wanted to remove on and then just let it cook on that. All right, cool. Just got done uploading our image. We're just going to save that. Bring that back over here so we can get rid of that image and then just paste in our new one. Paste in our new one, get rid of that one. Done. Simple. Save that. And we'll go deeper on product images in a little bit, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. All right, cool. Now that we are in the store, obviously nothing has been done yet, but what we're about to come over here and do is go into ChatGPT. We're going to upload all of these docs right here. Also, another thing I upload as well is a copy of breakthrough advertising as well. So it will just help me write better copy. I'm not going to give that one out, but if you just do a quick Google search, I bet you guys can find it. But now we're basically just going to have it kind of write our copy for our website. All right, and then the quick prompt that I just gave it for my website is I just said, now after everything we've been talking about with this product, I want you to write me a high converting website for this product. Take inspiration from other D2C brands that are selling card games and board games so you have a better direction how to write this product page. Also, I'm giving you 4 docs that has everything about my product and who I'm trying to sell to. Also, read through breakthrough advertising so you can write me better copy. And then we are just going to send that out. Now it's giving me a little thing here. Do you want me to write a full highly converting website using the avatar, offer brief, research, core belief, breakthrough advertising principles, and inspiration for D2C? Or do you want me to extract the 6 I believe statements? So we're going to take this one. So we're just going to have it write this one. I guess it says down here. So I'll just do A and then let it cook out what it's about to cook out for the website. And don't literally copy this one-to-one. Make sure like you read through it a little bit and like use your own tuition about like how you want to set it up. Like I already know kind of how I want to set this up is obviously I'm gonna have my above the fold up here. And then obviously the first thing I'm going to want to have is like how to play the game and then customer reviews about the game and then more customer reviews, a lot of social proof. And then we'll go into more like image with text like down here. So I kind of already have like an idea, but like this also can just give you kind of like a template of like how to structure your website. So obviously it's giving some stuff in here and then like copy that you guys can use like as well. So right here, this is probably gonna be the first section that we're gonna start with, even though it has way down there, how the game works. So I'm just gonna take that, come back over here, and then we'll just use this image with text, and then we'll just kind of paste in how the game works, make this small so it looks a little bit better. And one thing that I noticed that these guys have that I'm about to use is they have a full video on how the game works, so I'm just gonna stain that real quick. Come back over here, we're gonna upload that. All right, now that that's uploaded, we'll just paste it into there. I'm just gonna change this to large just so it looks a little bit better, because it looked kind of junky if I had it like full screen. And then I'm just gonna do media second, because we're actually going to get rid of this text right here. So it's just how the game works, and then it's just her explaining it. All right, now that this is in here, we'll just play this to see how it sounds and make sure that everything is good.
Herd mentality. In this game, you're trying to get the same answer as everyone else. Everyone secretly writes down the answer to a question, trying to get an answer that's going to be in the majority. Everyone reveals what they wrote down, and if you're in the majority, you win a lovely cow token. If you were the odd one out, and...
All right, yeah, it seems like she's explaining it really well. Obviously, I'm going to go rewatch that full video, but just for time's sake, so I don't bore you guys, I'm going to continue with this. All right, so it didn't give me like a little section for in here for the text icon that I always like to use. So I just had it write me something quick. So brings the whole family together. Obviously, that's really important. So we'll put that in here. Brings the whole family together. What's the next? Gets kids off screens effortlessly. That's really good. So yeah, we'll take that. Use that as well. And then what's the last one? To give me instant laughter in 60 seconds. All right. Bet. Both of those, or all 3 of those are really good. So yeah, we'll have all those in here. Also, make sure that like you show thumbnails. I always just think that this looks really clean on the website. Just make sure that you're showing the thumbnail. And then another thing, I normally get rid of the price just because we'll have our full bundles down here once we get Kaching installed. So I'm just going to take out these reviews right here because we're about to add more right underneath this. The first thing I'm gonna do, let me just get rid of a few of these that I don't need, like the section divider, that comparison table. Don't need that. All that's just kind of junk that you don't really need in here. So now we got our reviews. All right, now that we got our customer review section, we'll just take this. Over 800,000 families have turned game night into real connection again. So we're about to just take that and then paste it into here. It looks a little big. I'm not really liking how that looks. So I'm gonna ask it to maybe shorten this up. Can you shorten this up? It's for a headline for my review section. And just paste that into there and just see what it gives us for like a little shorter headline. Over 8,000 families reconnect their game night. 8,000 plus families brought back real connection. Should be better game night. I'm gonna do 2. 800,000 families brought back real connection. So like that's like the biggest angle that we're going for, is like just bring connection through game night. We're gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna take some of the reviews that it had for us. So the only game my teen will play. So let's come down here. Only game my teen will play. Get the rest of this. I've tried so many games, nothing worked for my 14-year-old until this. We were laughing within minutes, no phones, no eye rolls, just genuine fun. This game's worth every penny. That's a really good review. I like that a lot. So we're gonna do that. Make sure the spacing's good. So for the pictures, we're just gonna come over here back to Amazon. This is a really good picture of like the game and everything spread out there that they're gonna get in the game. So I'm gonna use this one because it seems just like a really good one. We'll come here, paste this one in. All right, perfect. This looks good. Now I'm about to just fill in the rest of these reviews, and then I'll catch back up with you boys once that's done. All right, now that we got our review section all done, as you guys can kind of see, I'll just scroll through it right here. Like these are all pretty good reviews. Instant laughter, zero learning curve. A must-have for holiday and game nights. The only game my teen will actually play. Put their phone away without me even asking. Like really good reviews, hitting the pain points that most people who would actually buy this product would have. Now, another thing that we are going to do for reviews is we're going to come back over here, and then we're going to look for videos of people actually playing the game, and then we're going to use those as reviews too, more as like UGC style reviews. So we'll just get a couple of these.
Name a drink beginning with C. Okay, I got champagne. Oh. Name a rap. Oh, no.
Mom gets the cat.
All right, yeah, this one looks good, so we'll use one. We'll use this one. Now let me see this one.
Which is the hardest U.S. state to spell?
Yeah.
Iowa.
All right, yeah, another good one. All three of those videos I just downloaded were all like families using it and playing the game. So I'm gonna go over here to CapCut, so then we can kind of edit these up a little bit and make them good for like the review section. So I'll just throw all these in here, and then I'm about to just chop these up a little bit for the review section. This really isn't like, you don't have to go OD on this, but just make sure everything looks smooth. Make sure like they aren't like saying like shop now, buy now. Make sure like they're actually genuine reviews. Now that we got those edited up, I just created another testimonial section, and in here you can obviously just select videos. So I'm gonna upload these videos real quick. All right, done uploading. Now we're just gonna put a couple of them in here like this. Just boom, boom. Now we got them all uploaded. So in this one, I'm using this one as the starter one, or as like the first one, just because it has like a kid and a full family in it. So really get that like, all right, this kid is playing and this kid's really enjoying it, and he's also playing with his whole family. So that's the main target audience that we are going for, is just playing with like your entire family. So that's why I'm using that as the first one. So at the top, I'm just gonna put something like this. See why families can't stop playing herd mentality. And then for all of these, I'm just going to get rid of all of this, because we just want the raw video of like them actually playing the game and having fun. Then also I'm just going to get rid of the stars like that. Then I'm just going to use portraits, so then they can see like most of the stuff that's going on, so you guys can kind of see it like this. All right, so now I finished out taking all that stuff up, and then I also switched this to portrait just so you can see a little bit more of what's going on, so then they can just like click on it.
What is the heaviest vegetable or fruit?
And then just see people playing the game, and then I have a couple more reviews in here of people just playing the game. I'm just going to come back over to ChatGPT and look at some of these sections and just look at like what I'd want to include for my image with text. So for this one, why family nights fail and why this works. So then we kind of look in here, all right, too complicated, nobody wants to learn them, blah, blah, blah. Too kiddie or too adult, half of the family feels left out, not actually fun. kids drift back to their phone. So this one would be good for like handling like objections like, oh, is it just going to be all like the rest, where like only some people like to play and some people feel left out because like it's not really like their age range. So this is a section that I'm going to use. I'm just going to add a multi-row because it'll just be easier because we'll use 3 image with text. So just copy and paste that into here. And we're going to have to shorten that a little bit. Most families fall into these 3 traps. So I'll take that. I'm going to read through this copy a little bit more. All right, so most family game nights fall into one of these 3 traps. Too complicated, nobody wants to learn the rules. Too kiddie or too adults, half of family feels left out. No one actually has fun, kid drifts back to their phone. Herd mentality, whoops, let me get rid of that, so, because don't want that in our copy. And then we have down here, that's why herd mentality uses a unique, simple mechanic that every age loves. So boom, that's a good one. Let me just come over here to row. We can change all this to small. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then this is like the unique mechanism of my product. I have up here introducing a wave aligning play. That's good because that's kind of what the game is about, is like kind of thinking like other people, and like that's how you like win this game. So we'll use that one. I think that's really good. And then a fast, funny, think like the group game where everyone answers the same simple question. You score by matching what the majority thinks. If you stand out, you're the pink cow. And we got no strategy, no pressure, no awkward turns, just instant, ridiculous, contagious laughter for every age in the room. So just paste that in here, make sure everything looks good. Take out this button label, and then we'll move on to the next row that we're about to build out. We have this last one that I think I'm about to use, benefits that speak to mom, your primary buyer. So the headline would be, get kids off screens without forcing it. So we'll just use that. Come down here, and then they actually want to play, no bribing, no pushing, instant laughter, learn under 60 seconds, built, all right, yeah, all that looks good. Paste that into here. So obviously this doesn't look too good, so we're gonna just have to make sure all this is in paragraph form. And then also we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of like the emojis, that just looks kind of tacky. And then we're gonna move this up because we do have it bolded, so that already stands out. So we're just gonna move all these to be with their bolded text, which is like mini headlines throughout the copy. All right, now that we got all of these done, we have to find images that go with the text. So first one, why family game nights fail and why this works. So let's see, what kind of images do we have that we could use? We could also go to their website and kind of look to see if they don't really have much. Go back over to Amazon, see what kind of images they have. Otherwise, we could always go back to ChatGPT, but I do kind of like, so read a question out front of the room. Everyone secretly writes an answer. How would that compare? Kind of curiosity a little bit. All right, so one thing that you guys can do, like let's say like the images aren't that good, right? I'll just write a ChatGPT prompt out that you guys can use, and then I'll kind of read it after I'm done writing it out. All right, so what I wrote down is, I want you to create me prompts for images that go with the copy that is on my website. I need these to be hyper-realistic, high-quality images generated with Sora 2 that really hit the point across from my copy in image. These are the 3 sections of copy I need you to create me prompts for. And then I put all the sections that I'm using right now. So we're just going to send that out and see what kind of prompts it gives us. It gives us a couple different image prompts that we could go with. I'm not going to use this side because I kind of read through it and this side wasn't as good. But I'm going to use this side, so it gives us 3 different prompts that we can use, so you kind of read through it, like a hyper-realistic living room scene, family sitting around a coffee table, the game completely spread out. So we're just going to use this first one and then just see what it gives us, so you guys kind of understand what it looks like. Sometimes these images can be good, sometimes they can be bad, like it's kind of hit or miss every once in a while, but normally it will give you a pretty good image that you can work with. But if it doesn't, we do have some other ones that are pretty good that we can work with. All right, so it ended up giving me like an image I didn't really like. So like just for this video's sake, like you guys can go in and do this. Normally I do go in and do this and like play around with the images a lot, but just for video's sake, I'm gonna keep it quick. I'm just gonna use the images that I already have at my hand. So I just put a couple in here, just kind of like how to play the game, talking more about the game, stuff like that in the images. So those will be fine for now, because I mean, realistically, most people won't scroll past this part. Like 80% of the people won't scroll past this above the fold part. Like maybe some, just because it's a game, will come watch like how the game works. But really, like these are the most important things you need, and then above the fold, obviously. Now we'll just move into the FAQs. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. So obviously, like, will my teen actually play this game is something that they would want to know. So obviously you got all of these from having the foundational docs, like what are their 6 core beliefs and any objections that they're actually going to have. So I'll just fill this in real quick, and then I'll check back in with you boys after that, and then we'll start creating the offer for this. All right, so now we'll move on to the offer section. So basically in the offer section, I have a list of just the best offers that I see working right now. So I'm just going to copy all of this up. And then we're going to come over here to ChatGPT. Basically what I just said here is I'm going to give you a list of the best offers you can run in e-com for a D2C brand. I want you to look at my COGS and my price that I'm selling my product for and give me the best offer I could possibly run for this product. And then obviously I'm going to give them my COGS and then what I'm pricing my product at. And then I'm going to paste in all the offers that were on that doc. And then we're going to see what it gives me and what it thinks the best offer I could run for this product would be. All right, so it gave me a couple different ones, like a buy one, get one 50% off, buy two, get one free, and then it also gave me a bundle and save. I think bundle and save is the one I'm going to want to go with. And then I also saw on their website how they had different packs. So I'm going to bundle these ones up and create a couple different offers that will help me raise my AOV. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the booster pack and then the Christmas expansion pack to both of them. We're just going to create these as two separate products. So we're going to create the booster pack, and then we're going to throw that one in there. And we'll just put this one as $19.99 for now. We're gonna have to check COGS in a second just to make sure all this would work. And then Herd Mentality Christmas expansion pack, we'll just do this again, $19.99. And what we're gonna be using for our bundles is Kaching. So Kaching's the best thing for bundling. Just makes everything super simple, super good. Gonna have to install that real quick. And then we're gonna choose the just complete the bundle, because that's what I'm about to be running is a bundle pack. So we have the main product right here. Herd Mentality standard price. And we got the complete the bundle. Obviously we have Herd Mentality, and then we will select the booster pack and then add another product and then select Christmas expansion pack. I'm gonna do 16% off, $64.80. That's a good price for this. So I'll still be having good COGS on all of this. And then for here on the top, we'll just do save 33%, just so they kind of know how much they're saving because they see the price cut out here. For the bottom one, we'll put save 46%. And then that should be good. So now we got our bundle and save. So if they complete the bundle with the booster pack plus the Christmas expansion pack, they're saving more money and they're getting it for cheaper. So yeah, so far this looks pretty good. Let's just save that. And then we need to go back to the store. So let me go here, take out this quantity selector. And then now we'll just have this bundle and save option right here. So boom. Looking pretty good so far. And then we'll just do on the top, let's do limited time offer, save up to 46% off site wide. Actually, we'll just change this to holiday sale because it is around that time. Yeah, there we go. The whole product page is looking good put together. We got our product images that are solid. We got a little text icon right here. Got our offer that is pretty good, how the game works, UGC reviews, real reviews, and then just some image with text on here with some FAQs. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Then on the home page, I just keep it incredibly simple. I'll just put just an image with the product in there and something like big savings site wide. Make that small. Now obviously change your button so it's gonna be landing on your product page. And just say shop now. We'll just get rid of that. And the only other thing I'm about to just add in is just the featured product. So we'll just add that in, and then our homepage will be chilling. Boom, featured product, and then I'm just gonna add the Kaching bundle in here. And boom, yeah, that's the homepage. Nothing really too fancy. Nobody really goes to the homepage, so you don't really need to spend a bunch of time making the perfect homepage. So yeah, this is good. This is a store that will convert for testing. And then just the next thing that I'm about to do real quick is just edit up the cart a little bit just to make sure it looks clean. All right, yeah, cart looks fine. And then yeah, we're good to go. All right, the next thing we're gonna go over is ads. So basically, obviously just come over here to Calidata and just download all of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and download all the top 12 ads. Obviously make sure you go in and actually look at the ads and make sure that they're good UGC ads, because sometimes these creators won't make the best ads. So you just have to make sure you go in, make sure that they're really getting the point across and that they're good raw UGC videos. So I'm just going to go through, download all these, and I'll meet you boys in CapCut. All right, now we're over here in CapCut. I'm going to go ahead and edit a couple ads up for you guys Really, a couple of these don't really need too much work, but we'll see if there's areas that we can improve on some of them.
Do you have a large family that loves to play games over the holiday season? If so, listen, my family is obsessed with herd mentality. We had 14 people playing for hours.
I don't really like that's kind of too much dead space, so we'll go ahead and cut that out.
We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the playing.
Cut that out. Let me see.
14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority. So you're going to get a prompt. If you could be any expert at a musical instrument, which would you choose? So I put piano because I figured most people would put piano. Wrong. People put guitar. I was shocked. So everyone.
Again,
I was shocked.
Again, some dead space, so let's cut that out.
I was shocked. Everyone who put guitar got 1 point because they were thinking like the majority, and because I was singled out, I got stuck with the pink cow. First person singled out, I got stuck with the pink cow.
Again, let's cut that out a little bit. Boom.
First person, pink cow. First person to 8 points wins, but you can't win if you have the pink cow. And let me tell you, it's hard to get rid of her. So if you get rid of her.
Again, make another cut there.
So if you hard to get rid of her. So if you get her, get used to her. It's easy to her. Used to her.
Yeah, make another cut right there.
Get used to her. It's easy to learn, easy to play. I'm going to link it below because it's 44% off today and it's like $2 shipping. Games are flying off the shelf right now, and you know better than anyone. If a game is hot on TikTok, it's than anyone. If a game is hot on off the shelf right now, and you know better than anyone. If a shelf right now,
cut that. Let's cut this entire TikTok part out.
You know better than anyone. If a game is hot on TikTok, it's going to sell out. So if you off the shelf right now, and you know better than anyone, if a game is hot on TikTok,
let's see if this flows together.
Off the shelf right now, it's going to sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart, snag it because you're going to not want to miss this one for the holiday season.
The last thing that we're going to do, just because she is speaking kind of slow, is that we're just going to ramp up the speed by like 0.10 on all these clips, just so it's a little faster. It's like if you get a tiny bit bored watching any of your ads, then obviously that means that the customer probably will as well, so just make sure to do this. All right, now let's watch the full thing, and then we'll see if we need to make any more cuts.
Do you have a large family that loves to play games over the holiday season? If so, listen, my family is obsessed with herd mentality. We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority. So you're going to get a prompt. If you could be any expert at a musical instrument, which would you choose? So I put piano because I figured most people would put piano. Wrong. People put guitar. I was shocked. Everyone who put guitar got 1 point because they were thinking like the majority, and because I was singled out, I got stuck with the pink cow. First person to 8 points wins, but you can't win if you have the pink cow. And let me tell you, it's hard to get rid of her. So if you get her, get used to her. It's easy to learn, easy to play. I'm going to link it below because it's 44% off today and it's like $2 shipping. Games are flying off the shelf right now. It's going to sell out. So if you still see that orange shop,
hold on. What did she
get used to her. It's easy to learn, easy to play. I'm going to link it below because it's 44% off today and it's like $2 shipping. Games are flying $2 shipping. $2 shipping. Games are flying off the shelf right now. Shipping. Games are
make that cut a little
$2 shipping. Games are flying off the shelf right now. It's going to sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart, snag it because you're going to not want to miss this one for the holiday season.
All right, then we'll just put text on screen. Basically, this can just be like whatever your offer is. So for this, I'm just going to put 44% off. I'm going to have to change that on my website. All right, so 44% off today.
Right now, it's going to sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart,
just make sure that looks good. Let's raise the boldness on this a little bit. Where is it? Thickness.
It's going to sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart, snag it because you're going to not want to miss this one for the holiday season.
All right, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me just make sure that this is here, and then let me capitalize this O, and then we're good to go. Boom, so that's the first ad. The first ad looks really good, so we're just going to save that and do herd mentality, ad 1, and then obviously make sure it's the highest quality, and then just export it. All right, so we're just gonna take that out, all that back out, and then we're gonna do this next ad. I'm gonna see if I even need to make any cuts. I do kind of want to show, like, this girl's a pretty good UGC creator, so I don't have to make too many cuts. I'll just go through this video real quick, and if it does need cuts, I'll pop in and show you guys. But with some of these other ones, we might need to make some cuts in them. So this one, I just went through it. I didn't really have to make any cuts on it. Obviously, just the speeding up part that I did, and then some other parts when she was talking about, like, TikTok and like shows up in 3 days and stuff like that. Obviously you don't want that in your ad. All right, this ad does look like it needs a little bit of tweaking just because like some of the pauses that she has, but we'll get into it.
Hey.
So boom, right there, make a cut.
Hey, I am going to teach you how to play herd mentality. This is...
And then, hold on, let me raise her voice a little bit so you can actually hear her.
Hey, I am going to...
Let me raise this one too.
Hey, I am going to teach you how to play herd mentality. This is a 4-player game, but you can play it with up to 20 people, which is 20 people.
So we don't need her saying super cool.
Which is super cool and awesome for Thanksgiving. The aim of the game...
So we'll bring it over here, cut that part out just because there's a lot of like just nonsense that she's talking about. We don't need that in there.
With up to 20 people, the aim of the game is to essentially agree with the majority. You get cue cards. So for example, I've got a cue card here and it's...
And then also what I'm seeing already that I'm going to have to put in is just, let's just do family game. And then, hold on, there's classic. Let's do this, and then come down here, that, and then turn it up just a little bit. It's because we don't want Thanksgiving game in there. See how much, yeah, she has it for the whole ad, so just put it for the whole ad. Because obviously I don't want it to say Thanksgiving game when it's already past Thanksgiving time, so just make sure that's out of there.
People. The aim of the game is to essentially agree with the majority. You get cue cards with the majority. You get the majority.
Make that little card there.
The majority. You get cue cards. So for example, I've got a cue card here and it says name a bloodsucking creature. Everybody will then take turns writing down their answers on sheets like this, and then they'll take turns reading out their answers. The object of the game is answers.
Cut that part out.
Answers. The object of the game is to be within the majority. So, for example, if there are 4 people playing and they're going for name a blood-sucking creature, 3 people might say bat and 1 person might say vampire. That person then is penalized because they are the odd person out. They get penalized with this cute little pink cow. It's that simple, it's that quick, and it's that easy, and people just go crazy for it. Highly, highly recommend, especially for Thanksgiving. Highly recommend.
Cut that part out.
Especially for Thanksgiving, and especially if you have a big group, and recommend, especially if you have a big group of people coming. It's honestly a crowd pleaser.
So yeah, that one's not too bad. I did have to make a couple cuts just because she kept on talking about like Thanksgiving and then like just was pausing in between like different things that she was saying, so I just had to make a couple cuts there.
Recommend, especially if you have a big group of people coming. It's honestly a crowd pleaser.
So,
hey.
Whoops. So boom, that's another ad done. And as you guys can see, like I'm not really making too much tweaks to these ads. Number one, because I'm the first person to this product. Obviously the main brand's running it, but they aren't running any of the TikTok shop ads. So if they're not running any of the TikTok shop ads, I don't really have to make too many adjustments to any of the ads, just because Meta will see it and they'll be like, all right, I haven't seen this ad before. You're not going to get penalized by Meta by running the same ads for somebody if nobody's running these ads already. So that's really why I'm not making too many big changes. Like if there was like 3 other people running it, I would take some of these videos and have the hook and body be different. Actually, I think I might do that just for example's sake, and then I might also run one just like that. So let me just download this real quick. So kind of like what I'm seeing is like these 2 have really good hooks, and then obviously they're the highest performers. So what I would do, let me just get that out of the way real quick, is come look at this hook.
Do you have a large family that loves to play games over the holiday season? If so, listen, my family is obsessed with herd mentality.
So that's not bad.
We had 14 people playing for hours last.
And also, like, another thing you could do is, like, you could basically just go here. And then down here, you can basically just click extract audio. So, like, if I wanted to just... We'll leave this here just to make sure, like, it's still good. But then you could also, like, take, like, kind of like the B-roll that they already give you. So, like, this, put this up here. Let me just turn that down a little bit.
We had 14 people playing.
She did say we had 14 people, which there's not 14 people on the screen.
We had 14.
Let's actually cut here. So I want to do, just make that cut and then also make that cut. And then we can delete both of these, move this audio up. Make sure it matches.
We had 14 people. We had 14.
So we'll just show
people. We had 14 people playing for hours last night. 14 people playing for hours. We had 14 people playing for hours last night.
And then I'm going to make the cut right here. And then let's see what else she said.
Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to fun it is that we kept how much fun it is that we kept playing, which just
so let's make a cut right there and then bring this up here. Whoops, bring it right here.
We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing.
So I'm gonna make another cut right there. And then we can get rid of that.
Is that we kept playing. The whole concept.
Whoops.
Playing.
That doesn't look good, so we're gonna keep that in.
Playing. The whole concept. Playing.
And then we're also gonna make another cut in here. So we'll do cut that audio.
Playing.
Oops, we're gonna make a cut here. And then make a cut here. Bring that up. And then cut that up as well. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Bring that up here.
Playing. The whole we kept playing. The whole
make sure that thing doesn't overlap right there. Let me zoom in.
We kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority.
All right, now let me kind of see how that looks.
Do you have a large family that mentality? We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole
So I'll get rid of, get rid of that clip, slide these ones down.
Us with herd mentality. We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority. So you're going to get a prompt. If you could be any expert at a musical instrument, which would you choose? So I put piano because I figured most people would put piano. Wrong. People put...
I'll make a cut right here. Just because I don't really like that. And then cut here. And then cut here. Get rid of that. It is a little harder to do once you like extract the audio, but like lining it up isn't too hard. Just put it back in here.
Piano. Wrong. People put guitar. I was shocked. So everyone... Guitar. I was shocked.
Another cut up in here. Delete those middle ones. Boom.
I was shocked. So everyone who put guitar was shocked. So everyone who put guitar got 1 point because they were thinking like the majority. And because I was singled out, I got stuck with the pink cow. First person to 8 pink cow.
Cut that up too.
Stuck with the pink cow. First person to 8 points wins, but you can't win if you have the pink cow. And let me tell you, it's hard to get rid of her. Get rid of her.
I think I know what I want to put in here.
So if you get her, get used to her. It's easy to learn.
I just wonder if this would be a good clip.
And let me tell you, it's hard to get rid of her.
All right, but let me split there. Split there.
Used to her.
And then, hold on, let me go here. Take this out and then put it in here. Back up this audio to here.
Hard to get rid of her.
How do I end up with the cow?
So if you get her...
I end up with the cow.
That's actually not bad. I thought that was gonna kind of turn out shit, but that's actually not too bad. Fuck that up, but it's whatever. Alright. Get rid of that. No, let me just
I got stuck with the pink cow. First person.
Let me see how this plays out.
Tell you, it's hard to get rid of her.
How do I end up with the cow?
So if you get her, get used to her. It's easy to learn, used to her.
Let's cut up right here as well. Get all that out of there. Sync that up.
Get her, get used to her. It's easy to learn, easy to play. I'm gonna link it below because it's 44% off today and it's like $2 shipping. And games are flying off the shelf right now. $2% off today and it's like today and it's 4% off today.
Let's cut this too.
And it's like $2 shipping and games are
cut up here. Get this out of here. All right, let's see how this sounds.
44% off today. Games are flying off the shelf right now, and you know better than anyone. If a game is hot on TikTok, it's gonna sell out. You know better than anyone. If a game is hot, percent off today. Games are flying off the shelf right now.
So we're gonna cut right here.
And you know better than anyone. If a game is hot on TikTok,
and we'll cut this as well. Match this up.
Shelf right now, it's gonna sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart, snag it because you're gonna not want to miss this one for the holiday season.
All right, on this one, I really didn't do too much editing. I just put like a couple B-roll clips, so it really wasn't anything special, but I mean, maybe it'll help with retention a little bit, so we'll just play it. And
do you have a large family that loves to play games over the holiday season? If so, listen, my family is obsessed with herd mentality. We had 14 people playing for hours last night. Each round only takes 15 to 20 minutes, which just proves how much fun it is that we kept playing. The whole concept is you're going to think like the majority. So you're going to get a prompt. If you could be any expert at a musical instrument, which would you choose? So I put piano because I figured most people would put piano. Wrong. People put guitar. I was shocked. So everyone who put guitar got 1 point because they were thinking like the majority. And because I was singled out, I got stuck with the pink cow. First person to 8 points wins, but you can't win if you have the pink cow. And let me tell you, it's hard to get rid of her.
How do I end up with the cow?
So if you get her, get used to her. It's easy to learn, easy to play. I'm gonna link it below because it's 44% off today. Games are flying off the shelf right now. It's gonna sell out. So if you still see that orange shopping cart, snag it because you're gonna not wanna miss this one for the holiday season.
yeah, that one's not terrible. That one's pretty good. Like for like a little bit of like an edit up, that one's actually a decent ad. I think it was better than like the first couple that I made. Yeah, like I feel like you guys are kind of getting like the gist. Like if there is competition, you guys do want to edit it around a little bit. So like obviously like chopping up clips, maybe adding some B-roll in there kind of makes it more of your own ad. Like you really don't have to do anything crazy. Like another way you could do it is obviously just like changing the hook and changing the body. But for this one, obviously this girl has a pretty good script. So like what I'm probably going to do with some of these ads is maybe add just like a bunch of B-roll like when I actually start making more ads for this brand. But for right now, I'm going to stick with the rips just because we don't have any competition and some of these ones are already validated. And we do kind of need some more proof of concept before we can go all in on like making our own ads. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these ads, cut them up a little bit and just make them a little bit better. But after that, we're going to get into media buying. All right, boys, now for our testing campaign, obviously we're just going to select sale. And in here, just kind of like name it like your product name. So let's do herd mentality and then NA, just because that's the region that we're going to be targeting. Campaign budget, I always set mine at $150 a day. You can go up to 200 or down to 100. Either one of those is fine. I wouldn't test with anything lower than $100 though. All right, now we're in the ad set level. So obviously name this just ad 1. And then obviously conversion location website, maximum number of conversions, select your pixel, and then always set it up for purchase. Now if we keep on scrolling down, you're going to want to just select it for the next day and have it launch at 12 a.m. And then you're going to want to just leave all the rest of this the same. Don't touch anything, just let Meta do all the work. Then here, just name this ad 1. Make sure to select the Facebook page that you made. And then we'll come down here, obviously manual upload, change this to flexible, turn off multi-advertising ads, and then you can upload your first ad into here. And then boom, once you got your ad uploaded into here, it should be good. Now the next thing we need to do is write some copy and write like primary text and headline. For the prompt that I'm giving for this, it's just really simple. Now I need you to write me a high converting primary text and headline for meta ads using the 4 docs that we made and breakthrough advertising PDF to help you write the copy. Then just send that out, and then it will cook up some good primary text and headlines for you. All right, let's read through some of these primary texts that it gives me. If family night keeps on failing because the kids drift back to their phones, this is why. Most games are either too complicated, too kiddie, or just not actually fun for everyone. Herd mentality changes everything. It's a simple wave alignment play. Teens, kids, and adults laughing in under 60 seconds. No rules to learn, no pressure, no awkward turns. That's why 8,000 families call it the only game everyone actually plays. If you want one game that finally gets everyone off the screen and connected again, this is it. Bring the laughter back tonight. Yeah, that's pretty good, and that like kind of fits throughout my whole website. Let me read through the rest of these. All right, I just read through the rest of these. This one is by far the best and relates back to my website and ads the most. So I'm just gonna use this. Just paste that into here, and then that should be good. Then we'll go back and we'll grab the headlines. Let's see the headlines that they give us. I normally just use like a sale for my headlines, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'll just do 44% off, sale ends tonight. I'll just do that. 44% off, sale ends tonight. Boom, that looks good. Let's turn this off. And the last thing we need is the website URL, so just make sure you paste your website URL into here. And the last thing, obviously, turn this to shop now. So boom, now we got the shop now. Now that all that's done, only thing you have to do is come up here, click quickly duplicate, and then boom, now you have your next one. Literally the only thing you have to do, change this to add to, come down here, and then just replace the first ad with the second ad that you made. And boom, upload that second ad up into here, and the only thing you're gonna have to do is just quickly duplicate and make 12 ad sets or the number of ads that you are running. I do recommend like 8 to 12, the more the better. So I'm just going to go through, finish up the rest of that, and then catch back up with you boys. Okay, cool. Now we got all of our ad sets in. I got 12 ad sets right now for this product that I'm about to launch. And yeah, that's basically it when it comes to meta ads, and you just click publish. So I'll just click publish real quick, and then we will be good to go. All right, so we went through everything. So we made the store, we edited up the RIP creatives, and then we set up our meta campaign for testing. Yeah, boys, that was basically just like A to Z of how to go from finding the product to eventually launching the store on Meta. Now that we launched it for tomorrow, now we'll be waiting on the results for tomorrow, and then I will tune back in when we get our first sale. But I know this might be complicated for a lot of you guys following this entire process, so if you do want somebody that will literally hold your hand and help you one-on-one throughout this entire process, you guys can apply for my one-on-one mentorship. It will be the first link in the description. But yeah, everything now is set up. Now the only thing we have to do is wait. I will catch you boys tomorrow. All right, what's good, boys? It's 2 days later now, so obviously we launched on Saturday the 6th, and as you guys can see, for the first day we did $89 in sales. So that's not bad for day one of testing. Like, that's actually pretty good. Seeing a couple sales day one is good. So we can tell that there is some validation in this product. There are some people who actually do want it. So kind of what my next steps would be for this brand is to, one, just like let it cook for the next day. So that's today. Just let it run, kind of see how it performs by the end of today. Today we are looking to get some more sales, so we are looking to be closer to break even today, because obviously yesterday we were unprofitable. But normally day one you can expect to be unprofitable just because like your pixel's not trained, you don't really have like your audience dialed in or anything like that. So this is a really good start for this. So kind of the next steps that I would have with this product to really start to get it to scale and get it out of the testing phase is, number one, I'm just going to let it run for 2 more days. We obviously still need way more data. We've only spent $150 on this product. We don't have enough data to really be able to make like decisions about what winning angle we're gonna take. Also, how we're gonna like reset up the offer is very important too, but we just do not have enough stats for that, so we need to let it run for at least 2 more days. That's kind of part of the full testing process. The next thing we're gonna do is go over all the stats. So I'm gonna be looking at all my stats in my ad account. So I'm gonna be looking at like my CPCs, my CPM, CTR, and then I'm also gonna be looking at my website stats, like add to cart rate and conversion rate. Also on the ad side, I will be looking at my ROAS and cost per acquisition. Just kind of taking all those stats and learning from it, and then making more changes to either the ads or the website based on what these stats are saying to me. And then obviously I'm checking to see what my winning angle is, and what I'm going to do after that is just make more ads on my winning angle. So obviously in the testing we did test with the rips, but each rips, if you really like look closely, you can kind of tell how they're targeting, like what angle they're targeting. Like some of them were targeting more like friends and like party games, and then others were targeting more like family bonding and like playing them at holidays and stuff like that. So we're just going to see, all right, what ads are performing the best, what's the winning angle, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a bunch more of my own ads on that angle, so then we can really start upping the creative volume, and then we can eventually start scaling when we make more winning ads. The last thing would be website optimization. Basically with this, you're just gonna be looking at like your website stats, right? Like your add to cart rate and then like your conversion rate, and then you're gonna see that like if your conversion rate and add to cart rate is already super high, you really might not need to make that much website changes. But let's say like you have really good ad stats, but like your conversion rate is like 1.5 or lower or something like that, and like your add to cart rate's super low. That kind of tells you that, all right, there might be a couple things off. Maybe it's in my product images. I'm not describing like what the product does. Not really describing the features and benefits of the product. Maybe it's my offer. Maybe I just don't have a compelling offer that's making people actually want to go through and buy. They just don't feel like they're getting that good of a deal. Or maybe it might just be your product price. Like you're not really conveying the perceived value in your product. Those are all things that you want to be looking for when you're looking for website optimization and what you can do to improve your website. Yeah, boys, this was a pretty long video, but I hope you guys learned in this video that it isn't really that hard to get a brand up and going and get some sales. Like, as you guys saw, I took you guys through the whole process of me finding this product, building up the store, making the ads, making the offer, everything like that. I launched it, and then day one, I got 2 sales. If you guys do want to apply for my one-on-one mentorship program, where I'll literally teach you everything that I've shown in this video, but just in way more detail, and literally hold your hand with product selection, offer creation, and building out your website, you guys can apply for the one-on-one mentorship with the first link in the description. But yeah, boys, again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.